Hey, it's Chronologically Gaming, the only channel that's perpetually retro because we're playing every video game in order of release. Welcome to September 1982. Why are we still in September 1982? Because they just keep making too many video games. We were last playing Pie Man on the Apple II, a very cool game, one of the first ones you could play where you're cooking something or making something as like a simulator. Let's see what our next title is. We're going to the United Kingdom to play on the Sinclair ZX81. This is Pie Mania, and this is going to be a really interesting showcase of the best home computers you could be playing right now in the United Kingdom, because Pie Mania is on all of them. Let's start with the first one, or at least the first release, to my knowledge, on the ZX81. Let's take a look at the box. Pie Mania. There's Pie Man. Not really a famous mascot. I don't know anyone that has this guy anywhere online, but there he is. Look in the bottom right, it's the Adventure Quest that's for real, with £6,000 prize and a free hit single. I'm not sure exactly what that means, but I'll take it. Yes, more pie. Bring it on. So besides that, we have a really bad scan of the ZX81 instructions, but don't worry, we'll see Pie Man again and we'll be able to get all the instructions. So after that, let's pop in and play Pie Man. This is by Mel Croucher, or the first designed by Mel Croucher, published by Automata UK Limited in the beginning of September 1982. You stand before the gate of Pie. Your quest is to find the golden sundial hidden in time and space from clues within this program. The judge's decision is final as to the winner of this treasure. Before we start the quest, please tell me your name. My name is Chrono. I'm ready. A key turns the lock. And this is how the game begins. It begins with just this, and you need to put in something as the answer to the first puzzle to move on to the next screen. I'm just going to attempt to do the puzzle, and no, it did not like that. What about... No, didn't do that one. And then I'm just going to quit the game because this is what people did. They bought the game because they said, I bet I could win the £6,000 prize. And this is another video game that's doing some kind of contest to get people to buy the game so they can win more money later. It's almost like gambling. But that's it. That's all I'm going to play, because you are literally stuck there until you know the answer to get to the next screen. And after you get to the next screen, it has another puzzle, some kind of riddle. When you answer that, it's essentially like we're playing a text adventure game that is on steroids. If you thought everything was cryptic before in the United Kingdom for text adventure games, Pie Mania is literally, you don't go anywhere until you figure out what to type to get to the next screen. Yes, that was a lot of money, though. That's true, Charlie, in 1982. So I'm sure people bought the game because of that. But that's not all. Besides the ZX81, we're also going to go on the BBC Micro, and here's Pie Mania. Yet again, on all of the home computers in the United Kingdom. So here it is. Again, the front of the box. Oh, a better picture of Pie Man. He looks like someone you don't want to find in your home anytime soon. But still the same. And I think this cassette also doubles for a hit single, so you can listen to a song on the cassette. But here we go. I got a little bit more instructions about how to play. There's a golden sundial of Pie that's been hidden in time and space, and the bizarre continuum of Pie Mania, where saxophones turn into hang gliders, where music meets madness, and where the Pie Man rules supreme. And there he is, on his television, confused because they're daring you. Buy the game, because we know you'll never figure it out. And we didn't on the ZX81. So let's see what happens here. So this one's just an alternate version. Here we go. Let's pop it and play Pie Mania, again by Mel Croucher on the BBC Micro. Doesn't it look like a British character design? Pie Man. There we go. Don't copy this, and a lot of people did. I've been told this was copied quite a bit to try to find the reward. It says a £100 reward will be paid to the person supplying evidence leading to the successful prosecution of an offender committing any above offense. So you can win money just by turning people in that copy the program. That's pretty cool. All right, so spacebar, Pie Mania program, yeah, don't copy it, got it. And the judge's decision is ultimate outright winner of the golden sundial of Pie is final. No correspondence will be entered concerning the winner. And there it is again. Welcome, seeker. You stand before the gate of Pie. Your quest is to locate the golden sundial hidden in time and space, and they don't mean in the game. This is a text adventure game that is going to lead you to a real-world location where you can find the golden sundial. And it's 1982, so we got to find it. So on the appointed day, you'll be rewarded and celebrated the original treasure. It's crafted from gold, diamond, and the rarest of Earth's riches. Whatever that means. Oh, nice. We get a sun to illuminate the way. And I think all of them open the same way. Well, at least this one's different on the BBC Micro than what we saw before. Oh, wait, and I think it crashed. Looks like maybe we got a copy of the game and we have to turn in someone to get 100 pounds. So there you go, another game that we're just breaking games here on Chronologically Gaming. But that's not all. Pymania was also on the Dragon 32 in the United Kingdom. That's right, we're doing Pymania on everything. Just really brief stints of it. Can you get enough Pymania? I think we're going to have too much. So same box, looks pretty much exactly the same. The golden sundial in time and space. Free appalling hypnotic disco theme music is on the cassette, apparently, with fully animated cartoon graphics, which we haven't even got to because we couldn't figure out the first part of the puzzle. There's the cassette. We're going to pop in our Dragon 32. Here you go. Some more Pymania. Again, in the beginning of September 1982. Yes, it's got to be a scam. This isn't the first time, too. We've seen other games do this. Let's go. Give me some Pymania. And run it. And it's going to go through a splash screen or the loading screen you would have gotten on your Dragon 32. Oh, it's the same one. Don't copy, redistribute, blah, 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 blah. Got it. Make sure if you turn in someone, you get 100 pounds reward. Very nice. We need to find someone and turn them in as soon as possible, it looks like. Do we have anything after that? Is the game going to go any further? The preservation of this quote-unquote game is minimal. I don't think people were clamoring to keep Pymania because apparently this reward never happened. And people thought it was a hoax, not it was real. They didn't think it was even real at all. Until finally it was revealed that there was a solution and you could finish Pymania if you wanted to. Well, we're not getting any further on the Dragon 32, but that's not all. There's one more home computer in the United Kingdom, the biggest one right now. It's Pymania on the Sinclair ZX Spectrum. Let's check out Pymania on the Specky. It's the same box, yeah, and looks no different than all the others. All of this wasted plastic for a game. Do we have anything else for Pymania? Oh, there's the ad. You would have seen the magazines at the time. How to order it by mail, and then another one there has the free hit single. You need the 48K Spectrum for this, and the one we played originally was the 16K on the ZX81. Yeah, it's an adventure game that's for real, but it's kind of like, it's borderline adventure game. It's not even fun. Yes, it's getting ported everywhere. This one we actually have exactly what this is. So you flip it on the flip side, it has Pymania, the hit single. It's a real one. Vocals by Claire Sinclair and the Mystery Man. I don't know what that is. And then they have guitar and sax done by Pyman. And coming soon is the t-shirt for Pymania, the movie Pymania, and the lawsuit, which a nice touch. So it tells you how to play the game. Load it will appear, cassette, got it, and then that's it. When you successfully loaded, good luck, welcome, and welcome to the world of Pymania, and there's nothing else. There's nothing else that happens after that. All right, so we have this on tape, so we're going to pop in Pymania by Christian Pinfold, Mel Croucher in the beginning of September 1982. I know someone bought this. We bought this, and we're playing the game. So before we start, please tell me your name. I'm still Chrono. Welcome, Seeker. You stand before the gate of Pi. The quest is the golden sundial hidden in time and space by the correct interpretation of the truth that lies within this program. Doesn't it sound like we're going to go see a psychic? All right, press any key to begin the quest. All right, we're beginning the quest. This is the opening. So the ZX Spectrum has come through. We actually can see what the next screen is. And there you go. Pi went in the sky. Did you see the Pi go in the sky? And it says, a key turns the lock. Now, I even have the walkthrough. I know the walkthrough, but you have to know the command to do on your computer. So the answer is Pi. Oh, yes. But you don't just type Pi. One does not simply type Pi. You have to do something else. But I'm not going to leave you hanging. We actually have the solution. So here you go. The answer to Pymania. Thanks to 9Pix9, they went through the entire solution and got everything just like we had started on the ZX Spectrum. So here you go, where you can find and the answers to Pymania. So the first screen, you're meant to type in the word Pi, but you have to use the correct function or mix of functions on your ZX Spectrum keyboard. Watch how he does it. He goes and says, it turns the command into from C to E, which somehow you have to do this on your ZX Spectrum keyboard. Watch the C blink right here, and then it changes to E, and then you change it and then say pi, and it reverts back to C, and then you go to the next screen. He unlocked the power of pi. What a hoax. And then you got Pie Man, he does a little dance for us. Maybe that's the hit single they're talking about. It is witchcraft. It's highway robbery is what it is. It's terrible. So when you have to get past that, the first level is get through the ultimate gate of Pi, and then enjoy yourself as much as possible on the way. The second level is understanding the allegory that is happening to you. So you have to interpret this dance or this song or whatever you want to call this, and then input the next code to get to the next section. And he says, and I'll be seeing you. And then he says, mama, or haha. So now he's laughing at you. He's actually making fun of you. Oh, that's a good point, Victor. Yeah, this is one of the first ones. This is probably the second or third time we've had a contest that encouraged people to buy the game, because if you complete it or get to the end, you'll win the contest. And it's not the first. We're going to see more video games that have contests involved. Another one we saw earlier in the United Kingdom was by A&F Software. Yeah, this is just terrible. Just terrible. Okay, so we're not going to go to the next part, but eventually there is someone that is going to find and have the answer and acquire the golden sundial. It was located at noon on the 22nd of July in the month of the White Horse, in the mouth of the White Horse on Hindover Hill, which overlooks Beachy Head in the county of Sussex in England. So that is the actual physical location where the golden sundial was located. Let's go get it! And I guess this is the music. Yeah, it looks like a music video, right? Yeah, it's playing through the... All right, we'll stop it right there. So you got the idea. It's a hoax. It's just terrible. So of all the games you can play on right now on a home computer, this is pretty bad. This is barely even a game because you don't really play an adventure game. So for every single one of these, I'm going to have to rate way down low. Pie-Mania is obviously forgotten. I'm going to say 1 star in between broken and bad. It was a sort of phenomenon, but not enough to really capture your interest. So I'm going to go, it's right in between broken and bad. I know, what if someone did find this by accident? Like, went in and looked inside, and there it was. 6,000-pound golden sundial was pretty cool, but apparently no one grabbed it. And someone ended up approaching the company saying, is this real? And they said yes, and explained what it was. Oh, there you go, Manly. That's resourceful. If it's a terrible video game, just use it later as an audio cassette. Nice. Or a mixtape. Yeah, definitely, Bartow, man, I'm with you. It's broken. All right, now let's play some real games. Let's see what's next. We're on the Atari home computer. This is Preppy. We saw this one in one of the magazines we've read here on the show. Now we get to check it out and find out what Preppy is all about. Here is the box. Wow, great front of the box. Excellent artwork. Reminds me of some other stuff we saw by Adventure International. This is by Russ Wetmore. Way to go, Russ. This game is only on the Atari home computer. You can't find this anywhere else. Let's see if it's worth it. There's a sticker down the bottom. It's got high-res graphics. Wait a second, is this actually... I thought it was just named Preppy, but look, there's Preppies on the front. Look, Muffy, a computer game for us. Oh. There's real Preppies in the game? Whose idea was it that we need to put Preppies in video games? Who would buy that? I don't know. Preppy is here. Teeing off on the course may be delightfully fashionable, but it's pretty dangerous on this crazy green. Preppy is a graphics tour de force that dares your Preppy to cross an alligator-filled river and recover his wayward golf ball. Dangers lurk everywhere, from speeding golf carts to monster frogs. Only a true Ivy Leaguer could face up to this kind of punishment. Look at the screenshots, and you know what game it is. Preppy is a real-time game that's written in fast-paced machine language. The Mummy would most certainly approve of the high-score save feature, inventive sound routines. Oh, yeah, it has pretty good sound. And then over on the left side, it breaks down like suggested age group like they've done with other Adventure International titles. All right, we have anything else for Preppy? Man, that artwork, though, on the front of the box is really well done. Yeah, it's Frogger, not Frogger. That's exactly right. So this one came in different boxes. There's another one. The disc version or cassette version looks slightly different. There's the ad you would have seen in magazines. Good golly, what a game. It's Preppy. The original arcade game. Original, bear in mind. And then in United Kingdom, it was released by Americana later in the 80s. And here it is, the front of that box, with an example of the cassette tape. We have both cassette and the 5 1/4 floppy disk, with an example of the screenshot. Yeah, it's extremely original arcade game. We also have the manual. Well done, Preppy. A Day on the Nasty Nine with Wadsworth Overcash. Now, this is a very lengthy story for what is about to happen. You're 18, young and affluent, Wadsworth Overcash, made-to-order prepster long before he ever set one Gucci onto Ivy League campus, and it goes on with the story for Preppy of why you're doing what you're doing. Look at this. This is a giant story. So here you go. The actual game itself. Weird things are happening on the Nasty Nine, the toughest golf course in the world. And the golfers there are counting on your eager prepster to face unusual conditions and retrieve their wayward golf balls. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the very first golf video game that we played on the show where we're really not going to play golf. It reminds me of Ninja Golf that's going to happen later. We're not going to play golf at all, but it's on a golf course and it involves golfing. The object of the game is maneuver Preppy past the speeding golf carts, bulldozers, lawnmowers, monster frogs, across the river to recover golf balls that have gone in the rough. In order to recover a golf ball, you just position your prepster over it with the joystick. You'll hear a bloopish sound, and the pickup is successfully completed. The ball will be automatically dropped when they return to the safety zone. Points are earned successfully by recovering golf balls quickly. So Preppy is, you are working at a golf course, recovering golf balls. That is the point of the game. You're going to be dodging things like canoes, gators, logs, and surprise obstacles in level 10 if you make it that far. So there is 10 different levels in this one. The golf course in Preppy is composed of several distinct areas or lanes, just like quote-unquote Frogger. Your prepster appears in the area at the beginning of each level of play, as the name implies. And then you have the fairway, we got the river bank, the river, the rough, and then your score. Because when you play the game, you pick up one golf ball at a time and then return it back to the beginning. It's a go forward and then go back. And we did this with another Frogger variant called Meltdown, also on the Atari home computer. I know, it's the weirdest premise ever. We've been dragonflies, we've been fleas, we've been different things with Frogger style games. It's original, I'll give it that. So it has the timer to do it quick enough. There's a total of 10 different skill levels, pressing levels between, difficulty between 1 and 9. Golf balls appear randomly in only 2 areas, on the river bank or in the rough, and there is no animation, they just show up. You get bonus preppies when you get a certain number of points. Dodge all the things, jump over the logs and use canoes, avoid the gators, and it gives us some playing tips, and then shows you how to load the game with 1 or 2 players. If you play with 2 people, it's alternate play. High score, special keys, yes. Control, shift, and tab simultaneously. The game will automatically default to the opening screen, so you can reset it. That's cool. And this was only on this system, only on the Atari home computers. So 400 and 800, I think is what it says here. Yeah, and there's the loading instructions, which we won't need, but there he is. It's time to play some Preppy. Yeah, there you go. We got disc version or tape version. We're going to play the disc version for today. It's by Russ Wetmore of Star System Software, published by Adventure International first in the beginning of September 1982. Let's go. Wow, great artwork. Check it out. It reminds me of the splash screens we're going to see on home computers that get more and more detailed. That is really impressive. Oh, we got some music too. Very nice. Now, Russ Wetmore is not new to the show. We've seen him on Savage Island Part 2, The Eliminator, and Sea Dragon, and this is his latest release. And Sea Dragon, I remember, was pretty good. Savage Island was another text adventure game. I believe I know this song. So this is 1 player or 2 players, and you can choose to do 1 joystick or 2 joysticks. But it's alternate play, so it doesn't matter. So let's do this. Let's go. Yeah. Hear that music. All right, we're in. I am the Preppy, and he actually is really colorful for a character on the screen. And look at the animation. Moving around freely works really well. I pick up my golf ball. Oh, wait. Oh, there is the bloopish sound, and then move back here. And you return it, you get the score. Yeah, so it's... The level looks like Frogger, but it doesn't play that way. We're not going all the way across the screen and back. Constant music, though, while the game is running is really nice. Look at all the color. Yeah, you can tell it was programmed very well. That's it. Walking in the very merry month of May. Now we have to recover 2 golf balls. So now I don't know what to... He doesn't... go across the edge. So, do I have a jump? Let's see. Oh, I do! Look, even as a jump animation. Look at that. Wow, I wasn't expecting it. And we pick up the golf ball, and we jump our way back. There's a slight delay in his jump, like he has to bend his knees before he comes over the top. And then we avoid all the lawnmowers. Wow, really well done. For a home computer release, this has polish, lots of polish. Now I want to see if I can try the jump anywhere else. Now we have the 2 golf balls there, and we have golf carts. Very nice, moving faster. 1 ball at a time. You can't hold 2 golf balls. That would make no sense. You have to go pick up one and then bring the other one back. Yeah, this is great. For a Frogger game on a home computer, this is up there. And in fact, this looks and sounds very similar to the Pacific Coast Highway game we played, which I still say is the best way to play Frogger on a home computer. And then we got logs. Oh, just like Frogger. Wow, it's the character that you play as, and it's and the animation and movement. It feels like it's just done so well. Yeah, I probably would, Curtis. Oh, we move faster now. Whoa, they just sped us up. So now we are in level 4. Pick up another one. Oh, this is it just switched. Now I can move quicker. And I have a certain time limit now. Oh, wow, the whole game sped up. I don't believe it. It's actually running even better than it was before on the higher level. Wow. Another title for a Frogger fan like myself. This is so cool. This is awesome. I mean, look how fast this goes. Usually when we play Frogger variants and the difficulty increases, the level gets faster, but you don't get faster. This sped everything up. It's so cool. It's got to be instant death because it's allowing it won't let me go in the water. I can't walk in the water. Also, the jump doesn't work anywhere but the top. Oh, and then we got bulldozers. Nice. So watch this. I'm trying the jump. Yeah, he doesn't jump down here. Oh, look at that. You get flattened by the golf carts. Sweet. That is so groovy. Because it's 1982. This game's too good. Now I know why Adventure International picked this one up. It's a keeper. So you can... Wait, I think I already picked up... I did. I already got a golf ball. So you can't do 2 at a time. 1 at a time now. Grab the second one. Yeah, I love it. This has more polish than the best Frogger that you could play, because bear in mind, the only other frog... Oh, the timer goes down as soon as you leave, so you gotta go fast, and then you pick another golf ball, the timer goes back. It's amazing. So at this point, you could play Frogger on your Atari VCS, officially, but there's nothing official for Frogger on home computers. Oh wait, is there a frog? Oh my gosh. They actually put a frog in the game. There it is. Fall in the water. Preppies can't swim. Everybody knows that. I'm sure it told us in the manual. Wow. This is a breath of fresh air. And I'm amazed that this came out before official Frogger showed up on home computers. Well, technically, Frogger has been official. Oh, you can't touch the bushes? Okay. It's been official on the Japanese computer, the PC 6001, but it hardly resembles Frogger. It was done by Konami, and it is official, but I'm talking about the real official ones for home computers. It's awesome. Look how fast... You have to actually time your... Oh, you can't jump on the head of the crocodile. Even if it's closed, it won't let you do it. Wow, Curtis is throwing 4.5 stars of all the games you can play on a home computer. There's the high score. Player 1 got the high score. Very nice. Look at the custom font. Like, everything that's on the screen was made for the game. It's like they're not using anything stock or default or basic or anything. Like, they've made everything special for the game to make it that good. Yeah. Marshall says 5 if you love Frogger. Yeah, this one plays really well for a Frogger variant, and I'd even say this plays better than the Atari VCS, but that's comparing it to consoles. Preppy, though, is another world. It's just very well done. It is only one player, but I would give this like almost a tie between this and Pacific Coast Highways, all the Frogger games you can play right now. Richard's throwing out 4. Yeah, 4.5 by Victor. Bartowman's 4, and 4.5 by Kim Wilde. So I'm going to say the same. This is one of the best computer games you could play right now. I am a Frogger fan. I wouldn't be able to go 5, because it is well done, but I still say Pacific Coast Highway with 2-player simultaneous Frogger would have the nod, and I don't want to go higher. So I'll say 4.5. Oh yeah, there you go. Hunter's saying 4.5 too. Well done, Preppy. All right, that's the kind of game I want to see. Let's see what's next. So that was the first golf game we ever played without playing golf. That's amazing. All right, so here we go. We're on the Atari home computer still, and we're playing some Prisoner 2. Prisoner 2, we've already seen on the Apple II in July 1982, and soon we're going to see it on DOS in 1983, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Here it is, Prisoner 2 by David Mullich, a science fiction nightmare. If you notice the front of the box, he's punching through the computer. I pointed this out on the Apple II. It's too cool. Alarmed? Worried your computer might be attempting to coerce you? Well, that's just, what's a little coercion among friends? This is based on The Prisoner, which was on television. And we've already played The Prisoner 1, and they ported this one to the Atari. Do we have anything else for The Prisoner 2? There it is, the ad you would have seen in magazines. Welcome to your breaking point. Try to remain calm. We understand. You're worried that your computer might be attempting to coerce you. Maybe it is, with an example of the screenshot. Oh, it was? I didn't see that one. All right, so this is just 2 sides of our disc. Let's pop in and play Prisoner 2 by David Mullich of EduWare Services, the beginning of September 1982. Got an interactive fantasy loading screen like they had before. Yes, maybe they're already fearing AI now. All right, so we insert disk 2 in the drive. Got it. We flip it over and go. Way faster than you would have done in 1982. Man, the Atari home computer has some really garish colors. Like, it's going to mess with all those colorblind people out there. It's messing with me, and I might become colorblind from the show. By the way, that Preppy game reminded me that we've almost reached 20 Frogger variants of all the games so far on the show. We're almost at 20. It's getting close. Okay, so memorize that number. Commit it to memory. 573. If you value your freedom. And we do. We value our freedom. Gotta love all the colors. Oh, gosh. That is just terrible. I think I blew out another set of headphones. All right, I think we start with the maze. Yes, they're doing the maze. Nice. So we have forward, back, left, or right, and then we are the hash or pound symbol on the right side. That's like a top view of the maze. And on the left side, it's split down the middle where we have the 3D maze of what we see. So if I turn left, let's see, which will send us west. Yeah, see the end of the maze, very nice. And now go forward. Forward. You can see where we're doing. It says we're going north, but we're actually, our character's going the other way. All right, so let's head left. So the first part of Prisoner 2, this isn't all it is. It's not just the 3D maze. This is the first puzzle. If you make it through this, then it has another puzzle. So it's slight changes to the adventure genre. It's like a graphic adventure, but done in a different style. This is pretty cool how it starts this way. In a slightly slower pace. So we're having to work our way through the maze and find the exit, which is on the right. And you can see us moving around. Let's turn to the left and see if this gets us. Nice, down another hallway. Very good. Let's keep going. We'll go all the way down to the end and see if we make it. Since we played Prisoner 2 on the Apple II, I'm familiar with this mode. We didn't get past this one. It's a tricky maze when you have to memorize all the walls. But there's nothing else to this first part. There's no shooting. There's no extreme action. So we're going to turn to the right and then head down this hallway. So looking promising. Uh-oh, what goes up? And it just warped us back to the very beginning. So we stepped on a tile that led us the other way. Okay, so let's go east and let's try going this way. So there's random tiles that will send you back to the beginning. That's right. Can we go? All right, so this is the same path we did before. Let's try doing it a different way. Very, very difficult. It's going to mess with your head. Being lost. Is that a dead end? I think it is. Let's see if this is a dead end over here. It is. Okay, it stops at the end. Never mind. The welcome mat is a dead end. So we turn to the right. Yes, we should be rating this lower after that. They blow our eardrums off and then total silence. All right, this time we won't turn to the left. We'll keep going down the hallway. Unless this is a dead end. I hope it... Oh, it is. Nope. Go. Turn around. So we are supposed to go that way. And I believe that every time you do the maze, I don't think the warps back to the beginning are in the same place. So they change every time. That's how difficult it is. I've already forgotten my code. Anybody remember the code from the beginning that they told us to remember? If we happen to make it through the maze, we're going to need that. This is supposed to make you forget, or hopefully you wrote it down. So all I'm doing is right, left, forward, back. There you go. Thank you, Charlie and Hunter. Appreciate it. All right, let's go forward. 573, just make a small note of it, just in case we make it through the maze. That's probably what it was, Victor. Quick, put a lot of sound in really fast. Okay, we're out of sound budget. No one gets anything now. All right, so I believe we went right, and this may have been where the warp was. So now you got to ask yourself, do we want to chance the same place twice? Let's try it. Forward. Let's see if it does. It warps us right back to the beginning again. Wow, difficult. So bear in mind, what you see here isn't the only thing about this game. And what ends up happening is during the second round, they have a maze, sometimes with keys to open locked doors. And they even have a few puzzles that are thrown in. But it does take patience and time, but it's a different way to play an adventure game that doesn't involve just a high-res picture on the screen and not just text, like an interactive fiction game. So I'm going to stop it there. It is a game you would have to spend a larger amount of time with, because that first area itself will take you 10, 20 minutes. And even if you see other people play this online, it's not a quick thing to do. So Prisoner 2, though, I would say check it out. Give it a chance. Play it a little bit longer. It is an above-average title of all the games you could be playing right now on a home computer. Bartleman's thrown out 4. Very nice. Charlie's saying 2. Charlie says play some Donkey King. And I'm with you there. Donkey King is the king right now. Manly says 3 stars, still around the average range. Yeah, we'll say 3.5 stars, just like on the Apple II. Very well done. I was disappointed, though. This one didn't allow you to use the Atari VCS joystick to move around. Anytime we get something ported to another system, I want joystick control as much as possible, especially on this system. This computer should have it. Curtis is saying 3 and 2, around the average range. All right, after Prisoner 2, what's next? We're going to Japan to play on the Commodore Max Machine. This one is our 14th game for the Commodore Max Machine, and it's Radar Rat Race. Look at that box. Oh my goodness. Now, Radar Rat Race we've already seen on the Commodore VIC-20 in 1981. It was first Rally X, like actually Rally X, on the Japanese Commodore VIC-20. And it had a different name, not the Commodore VIC-20, but so we've already played this one, and soon we're going to see this on the Commodore 64. But first, the Commodore Max Machine has its day, at least right now. Oh, yes. Man, the artwork's nuts. And then this has a cartridge, which begs the question, is this a computer or a console? Well, it has a keyboard, so we'll have to say computer for the Commodore Max Machine. With an example of the screenshot, So this one has one version and an alternate one. Let's pop in and play the first one. This is Radar Rat Race, developed by HAL Laboratory, published by Commodore Electronics in the beginning of September 1982. HAL got their start on the Commodore VIC-20, and this is HAL Laboratory's 15th game that we played on the show. All right, so this shows us the screen and how to move around with the keyboard. This one has the radar just like Rally X. No, this was not. This was the system that came out before the Commodore 64 with way less memory than the 64K that the Commodore 64 boasts. So this computer was released first. I wondered why. Why would you release a computer that's pretty much like the Commodore 64 with less memory? It's almost identical, actually. And then they did have the Commodore 64, but it wasn't as popular. It's almost like this was the test system to see how Commodore was going to do in Japan, and it didn't do very well. Yeah, that's it. It's it. It is that HAL Laboratory. That's correct. All right, let's go. F1. It's just like Rally X, but they replaced all the sprites. And I want to switch it to the other version, so bear with me one sec. We have an alternate one that's going to play better with our joystick, so let's give that one a shot. As far as all the games we played on the show that are like Rally X or variants of Rally X, we're getting really close to 10 video games. We've already played almost 10 that play really similar to Rally X. All right, now let's go. Yes, this does look identical to the Commodore 64 version. One of the last ones we played on the Commodore Max machine was Wizard of War, and Wizard of War looked different than the Commodore 64 version. So some of the Commodore Max machine games look exactly like Commodore 64, but then some of them look completely different. Oh, really, Brian? You remember playing this? Well, Radar Rat Race, if you like Rally X, you'll love this one. Instead of picking up flags, you go for cheese. We got the radar on the right side. If you like hearing Three Blind Mice played over and over and over again, then Radar Rat Race is for you. I think this is the only tune we get to hear. So if you want to check the links we have down below for all the games we've ever played, we have played Rally X on the Commodore VIC-20 in Japan, and they have the music. It's very similar to Rally X. This is the reskin. Uh-oh, here they come. They got me. And we even have, I don't believe it's smoke in the back. The rat drops, what does he drop? There we go. He drops magic dust, whatever that is, to stop him. That's it. The mouse Sparky farts. Man, it's really fun playing a game that has the radar on the right side. I like it. So it's a great game if you enjoy that kind of title, like a way to play Rally X at home. And Radar Rat Race is really fun because it's scrolling around the screen, so it's not just a maze game. It's longer than that. Oh, maybe it was tax. If a mouse drops tax, that makes sense. All right, I want to try one more thing because I want to see if the level switches to another level after the first one. Bartow Man's already saying 4 stars of all the games for a home computer. Very nice. Charlie Chuck saying 2.5. Did you get burned by Radar Rat Race? Let's play it a little bit lower volume now so we don't hear the same song over and over and over again. All right, I want to see if the maze changes to another one, because on the Commodore VIC-20, I believe it only had 1 or 2. Oh, he's coming at me. That's right. Eat it! And I'm following the maze on the right side. The white dots are telling me where the cheese is located. You pick those up just like the flags in Rally X. Good. What are the other rats doing? Because they're just hanging out down below. They're not really coming after me. Only this one at the top is actively coming at me. Alright, we got another one coming this way. Where are you, buddy? There he is. We'll go for this up here. Let's see. Oh, and this is the U... Oh, it's the U-turn. I got duped. Oh, he outsmarted me. I see ya. And if you run into the cats, it's kind of like the roadblocks in Rally X. You just die. That'll stop him. Now we can go pick up... Oh, man. Okay, there it is. 1 and 2. So I still have one rat that is pursuing me. The AI is pretty interesting. It's doing a really good job at following. Notice how it was coming at me. Look at that. Wow. All right, here we go. I was actually expecting it to be pretty dumb, but it's not. No, not all the HAL games have been derivatives. I'm trying to think of an original HAL game. This point, good point, because one of the best HAL games we saw was Pinball Spectacular, which essentially was BG from the arcade. So that was a ripoff too. So yeah, has there been an original HAL game so far on the show? Well, one of them we played... Well, they have some elements that are similar to other games, but they haven't made like their own title or their own official game. Alright, so that proved my point. It is just like the Commodore VIC-20, at least maze-wise, it's not changing mazes up. But Radar Rat Race is still a lot of fun. Unique experience for someone that would want to play anything like Rally X that scrolls like that. So of all the games you could play on a home computer, yeah, it's not using the most potential, true, but we are going to see the actual Commodore 64 version of Radar Rat Race eventually, before the end of the year. Oh, that's true, the challenge stage, you'll give it a 3, very nice. Yeah, there's not many Rally X games out there, and so because of that, I gotta say, this is an excellent game. Very well done, lots of fun. 4 stars of all the games you can play right now on a home computer. Punk Rock Biker saying 3.5. Yeah, and I'm with you, Charlie. Is there a challenge stage in Radar Rat Race? We are gonna see ones later at home, but not yet. All right, let's see what our next title is. We're now on the Dragon 32. I'm back on the Dragon in the United Kingdom. Here's Raiders. Raiders, only Raiders. Now, the box is interesting because I could not find the original Raiders. All I could find was the compilation. This is released in, I believe, 1984. So this box of Sewer Rat and Raiders had this is the cassette tape for it, so we're able to play Raiders, but Raiders was released before this. I think, yeah, that's all we got, with the spine on the side. Anything else for Raiders? Oh, we have the instructions. The professor left on his quest for the lost artifact a long time ago, and has not returned. Has he met with foul play? Welcome to the ranks of famed adventurers as famous Blake Bones. You must locate the infamous golden computer chip. Your friend, the professor, left on his quest for the lost artifact a long time ago, and has still not yet returned. Has he met up with foul play? They've said that twice. You will only find out if you venture after him. The professor has left a few bits of information behind that are important if you wish to survive. The computer will do as you command if you're lucky. That sounds like every text adventure game. And act as your explorer. There are many commands that the computer will accept, but you will have to discover these for yourself. To move in a general direction, simply type the first letter of the direction, like going east. Hey, they're explaining text adventure games. Thanks. And there's the cassette tape to play. So it has Raiders on the other side, which we'll flip over. Let's pop in Raiders by Robert A. Shaw, published by Blabby Computer Games, the beginning of September 1982. Oh, no way, that's too cool. All right, so I'm going to go in, and I'm going to flip the cassette over to the other side where Raiders is. That's it. Oh, I think I crashed. Hold on, we'll try it again. How many games is it going to take before we don't crash anything? And now you know why most people don't pick home computers to play video games. Let's try it again. Here you go. Flip it over. If you type the wrong thing in, sometimes you can crash the systems. Okay, there we go. This is machine language. Nice. Okay, we're going to speed it up. We're not going to wait the whole time. Raiders is now loading, and we even have a loading screen. Remember the slow crawl of the loading screens? Awesome. We get a little bit of animation. Very nice. This one is exclusive to the Dragon. Everything we've seen, or most of the games we've seen for the Dragon, are going to also be on the TRS-80 Color computer. But this one is only on the Dragon. This is not on the TRS-80 Color computer. So we got to study with a large mahogany desk where we are. Apparent direction is south, and visible objects are nothing. So it's a text adventure game. And ladies and gentlemen, this has no walkthrough anywhere online, and no one has played this anywhere online. This is another time where we are the first people to play or have video of someone playing Raiders. Da 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 da. Well, not that Raiders, but it's kind of the same idea. I know, right? It should have had it. It was the Indiana Jones theme. Awesome, Manly. Well, now I want to hear it again in all its dragon glory. So since there's no walkthrough, you will get to help assist with the first time we're going to play Raiders and see how far we can go. All right, so let's look. And we look, and what happens? Oh, gosh. Why is it taking so long? Okay, it just has the same screen again. All right, so we have a study, look, study. How well does it understand? You can't see anything unusual. I guess we just go down south because there's no visible objects, so we'll go down. So now we're in the living room with a fireplace. Ancient artifacts clutter the room. We have stone. Get stone. Okay, and we can go north and south back the way we came, basically. So let's go south again. A street outside the professor's house is where we are now. We can go back north, south, east, and west, and we have a yellow taxi cab. This game, while it's an adventure game, has a taxi cab. Can we go taxi? We're inside the taxi cab, and we can leave the taxi cab. Can we talk driver? I don't know how to talk driver. Pay driver? You don't know how to pay the driver. Okay, we'll go out. There. All right, now look. We're still inside the taxi cab. Wait, go out. Go O, maybe? Leave. We're still inside the taxi cab. Wait, where's the apparent direction then? Go north? South? East? Out? Don't know how to out something. Go out. There, go out. Of course. How silly of me. Maybe we should, Rob. Thank you, Curtis. He's already on par with me. We played so many text adventure games, but every now and then the parser, you never know. All right, so we're now outside the street. Let's head east now instead of in the taxi cab. We're on the city street. We can see no visible objects. Go east again. Still the city street. What? We're like stuck by the taxi cab. Can we go south? Yeah, still on the city. Oh, wait, are we can't go anywhere but the city street, I guess. Going back west. Yeah, it's only to go in the taxi cab. All right, so now we see, what's our inventory look like? I'm carrying only the stone, so we got no cash for the taxi cab. All right, let's go taxi. Inside the taxi cab. All right, now how do you... Okay, talk. Talk driver? You don't know how to talk to the driver. Of course you don't. Yes, maybe we should, punk rock. These text adventure games make you want to just go outside and play. Is that why most kids were playing outside in 1982? Because inside, these are the kind of games they were playing? Take cab. Don't be ridiculous. You mean you understand take cab? Okay, what about go cab? I don't think I can do that. I know, maybe ask? I don't think ask would be a verb. Oh, ask who? Ask driver. You don't know how to driver. And I did say driver, so look again. It is taxi driver. I don't think I should have to type both, but let's try it. Ask taxi driver? No, it just says ask who. Speak. Speak. You don't know how to speak. Yeah, our character is totally mute. Maybe pay. Pay driver. You don't know how to pay the driver. Yes, turn off and play preppy, right? All right, hire driver. I don't know how to hire the driver. Talk. You don't know how to talk. If you don't know how to talk or speak or pay, then yes, hit driver. You don't know how to hit the driver. Man, you can't even have fun. And oh, wait, we haven't tried steal yet. Steal from driver. No, you can't steal from the driver. You don't know how to do anything. This reminds me of some of the other very limited text parser adventure games we played. Most of the games, though, when you play a text adventure game like this, you aren't going to get giant scripts or ways you can talk to it like Zork. They're very, very simple. But, oh yes, ask by itself would be another one. Thanks for the help in the chat. We're not going to last too long, but this is another video game that doesn't have a walkthrough, probably because it's very difficult to communicate with the taxi driver. Once you got to that point, that's what the next step is. So Raiders of the Lost Ark, I'm sorry, Raiders, not to be confused with that other Raiders, was an affair of just being in a taxi cab and figuring it out. So yeah, it's not Infocom, so I'm going to go low. Of all the games you could be playing on a home computer, I'll say 1.5 stars. If someone knows where you can find a walkthrough or how to interpret the text parser, it reminds me of some other ones we played on the Coco. It looks really similar, right? Yeah, Charlie's saying 2. It also, you spend more time on it if you bought the game and played it yourself. Curtis is saying 1.5 and 1.5 as well. There's some others on the Coco. They're pretty much the same thing. All right, let's see what our next game is. Here we go on the brand new Commodore 64. This is Renegade F-16. Now, Renegade F-16 is a game that doesn't have a lot of information for it. It has a reconstructed box, and we also have the advertisement that you would have seen in magazines. Ooh, with all the gameplay, too. This is, you have to find it with behind the Fast Eddie and Retro Ball, everything that you can have for the Commodore 64 right now. Look at that. Well, most of these we played, too. Cribbage, sadly. So there you go. Someone made a box for it, really nice, with an example of the screenshot. Let's pop it and play Renegade F-16 by Luna Software, the beginning of September 1982. And Luna Software isn't new to the show. They did Cosmic Snake in July 1982, Galactic Crossfire in August of 1982, and Alien Soccer in September 1982. We got a little tune on the Commodore 64. Out of those games, though, one of the best ones was like pretty average, was Cosmic Snake. But the other ones were not the best games. So let's see if they can, on their first attempt on a Commodore 64, what it's like. All right, I want to fly something. I'm hitting any key to go. You're an F-16 fighter out of Kennedy Air Force Base, and you're in alert status flying over the U.S. Yeah, that's all you need, Marshall, for Commodore 64 right now. Primary target New York, failsafe code PWDKQ. Better write that one down. This is not a drill. Oh, I'm excited. We're going to play an F-16 game and fly. Good luck. Legal commands are, ladies and gentlemen, it's not what you'd expect. This is not a combat flight simulator. This is not a flight simulator. This is, well, it's a combination of flight simulator and strategy. All you are doing is inputting commands for what you want the plane to do. We can go change course, change altitude, get a status report, radar report, navigational data, search for the defense complex, conduct evasive action, ECM, launch the Phoenix missile, arm the bomb. So this is all based with a text parser. I know, Bardo, man. It's so disappointing. The beginning of the Commodore 64 was a slow and steady process. So we want to change altitude, so let's go with AL. New altitude, I'll say 50. And then after you do that, then you wait. And I'm talking like really wait and ask for the next command. So that's all we did. We've now at altitude 50, and now it's going to say, what do you want to do next? And you change it up. I know, yeah, it's a very different affair. Can we do? Yeah, there we go. It gives us a list at least of the commands. But to be fair, this is the very first time we played a flight simulator that's also a strategy game mixed into one. All right, so I would say let's launch Phoenix missile. Armed. The target is me. Invalid target. What are my lists of targets? If it's not going to tell me, it probably won't tell me, right? No, it won't. So we can't even launch our Phoenix missile. Conduct evasive action. And notice that they give us this really small square / rectangle down at the bottom. I don't know what that's for. Is that supposed to be a viewpoint of something we see? Because I'm not seeing anything. And then after we complete it, there's no animation. There's nothing that happens. It's just the satisfaction that you completed the command that you told the F-16 to do. So you can get a status report. Current altitude is, okay, 11, almost 12,000 feet. Primary target is New York. 6 Phoenix left. Wait a second. Are we trying to go... Our target is New York? We're an F-16 trying to blow up New York? What? That makes no sense. This is what was released in North America. All right, so we can also use an ECM. And then after you do the command, that's it. It's done. So it's a very, very draining affair. And considering we played some flight simulators and some strategy games, but this combination just does not work. I know. How very, very disappointing, Renegade F-16. Because of that, I gotta rate you really low. Of all the games you can play on a home computer, there's a lot more fun games to play out there. I'm gonna start the bidding at 2 stars around the bad range and then go down from there. If you had this game on your brand new Commodore 64, you wouldn't think much of the Commodore 64. It's not doing anything flashy to show it off. Yeah, I'm already seeing, wow, negative 0.5 from Victor. Yes, Manly saying 1.5. I can see that. It's bad, and you'd have to be in the right state of mind to play something like this, but it's the slowness of the game and how it doesn't give you any satisfaction of anything happening on the screen. Charlie's saying 2, very generous. I'll still say 1.5. There's better games, and I want to play something else on any home computer of all the other ones out there. Wow. All right, well, we got to put our video game playing on pause this evening. Tune in next episode for an arcade game that mixes so many different genres, and I've never heard of it before. It's a lot of fun. Also, we got another one by Magic on our Atari VCS, and Scott Adams is at it again with his latest remake or remaster of his original series of adventure games. That's it for today, and like I always say, this show is running on the world's most powerful graphics chip, your imagination. Hey everybody, thanks for checking out the channel and joining me on my quest to play every single video game in order of release. We'll be streaming live every weekday at 9 p.m. Central, so join us and let us know if we missed any games along the way. This video would not be possible without Launchbox, RetroArch, and MAME. Tell all your friends there's some crazy guy named Chronologically Gaming trying to play every single video game. We have links down below that'll send you to places like our Discord and Patreon, and one that says all the video games we've ever played. If you go there, it's a list of everything, and you can click right to the game you want to see. Chronologically Gaming is the name to look for. We are Perpetually Retro, and we will catch you next time.